Welcome, class. Today we will be learning about nutrition and physical activity. I hope you all had a great lunch because we're going to learn about what you just ate. Today we're going to talk about the food groups and their portion sizing. Then we will continue to talk about physical activity, rest, and sleep, with finally connecting them all together and wrapping up our lesson. Can anyone name some of the food groups for me, please? Awesome. Great. Our food groups, according to myplate.gov, include such things as fruit, like apples, bananas, or strawberries, vegetables, like broccoli, lettuce, beans, or corn, protein, like beans again, eggs, meat, poultry, like chicken or fish. Next up is grains. These are things like bread or rice or cereals. Dairy is the next one. It includes cheese, milk, as well as yogurt. There's also another one called oils. We don't want as many oils as all the other food groups, but they do include some of the important fats that we need in our diet, such as olive oil and butter. Okay. We are going to continue class with an activity. So we are going to get with a partner and pull out a piece of paper and a pen. With your partner, you're going to write down the food on the screen, and then next to it, put its corresponding food groups. Oils are included in this activity as well. After 2 minutes, we will reconnect and go over the answers. Okay, boys and girls, please look up at the screen. We are going to complete the Where Do I Belong activity. Remember, our food groups are fruit, vegetable, grains, proteins, dairy, and oil. Can anyone tell me where the banana goes? Great! It's a fruit. Bread is a grain. Pizza is a grain, but pizza also is included in the protein group because of the pepperoni and the dairy group because of the cheese. The chicken belongs in the protein group because it's a type of poultry. Broccoli is a vegetable. Cheese is dairy. Butter is an oil. Olive oil is an oil. And lettuce is a vegetable. So, you may be thinking to yourself, how much of each individual food group do you need? It is important to know how much of each food group we need, and also the fact that each gender requires a different amount, as well as age is a very important factor in this too. For example, we will be covering the recommendations that the government provides for 9 to 13-year-olds. That is you. So when you're listening to these recommendations, it doesn't mean that your 20-year-old sister or your 3-year-old brother will be following the same guidelines as you. So we will begin talking about girls and boys and how much fruit they need. Each of you will need 1.5 cups of fruit. A cup of fruit is about a whole entire fistful, so you need about 1.5 fists of fruit each day. Veggies include 2 cups, so 2 fistfuls for girls, and then boys you need 2 fistfuls plus another 1/2 fistful. For grains you will need 5 ounces for girls, and boys you need 6 ounces. Protein, you both need 5 ounces. And finally, dairy, everybody in this room will be taking about 3 cups full of dairy in each day. So 3 whole fistfuls. You can get that through drinking your milk. Also, you may be wondering how much oil you guys should be intaking. You need to take about 5 teaspoons in. If you're confused about the ounces, for grains, an ounce is about 1 slice of bread. And for protein, an ounce is about 1 egg. We are going to play a game called This or That as a class. And it's also going to pro your portion sizes. So when the food comes up on the screen, please, by a raise of hand, shout out this or that. So do you want 7 strawberries or a pile of strawberries? you're going to want the this group, the 7 strawberries, not the pile. That would be disproportionate. So, do you want 3 tablespoons of kidney beans, or do you want 5 tablespoons of corn? Awesome! Yes, you do want 3 tablespoons of kidney beans. Would you like to eat a slice of bread for your portion size, or a bagel for your portion size? Yes, you may think it would be the bagel, but actually the proper portion would be the piece of bread. Remember, 1 piece of bread is equal to about 1 ounce. Should we have 1 cup of cheese or 1 cup of milk? That is correct. Yes, remember to drink your milk. 1 cup of milk is the correct answer. How about protein? Do we want 1 egg or 3 eggs? Awesome! I'm so glad you remembered. Yes, 1 egg is the proper portion size. Lastly, our oils group, do we want a thumbful of olive oil or 8 tablespoons of butter? Yeah! Our little thumb is happy. We only want a little bit of olive oil because it takes us a long way in our diet. Great! Following, we will talk about handling our portion sizes, just for a quick wrap-up. Remember, an ounce is about the size of your palm, and a cup is about the size of your fist. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about balance. You may be asking why we're talking about balance, and that is because food is for what? Well, food is for a few different things, and that includes nutrients. It gives our body nutrients so we can go about doing our daily activities as well as maintaining good health. It's also great fuel. So when you go to that soccer practice or you go to gym class, you can do the activities that they're asking you to do. Lastly, balance, you need it to maintain homeostasis in your body. It's also called balance. This allows all your systems to work together from the nutrients and the fuel that the food provides. Because food's role is to give us fuel for when we move and balance of nutrients to be maintained. So, now we're going to move on to fuel to physical activity. So, now that we've covered healthy eating habits, we're going to talk about physical activity. Can anybody give me a definition of what physical activity exactly is? Exactly. It's any type of movement you do, whether that's going on a walk or chasing your dog around the backyard, anything that involves energy. There's also 2 different types of physical activity. There's moderate, such as walking or jogging, and vigorous, which you're going to be breathing more heavily for, and this can include running or swimming. Next up, why do we exercise? Well, it maintains great mental and physical health, as well as it provides a great long life for us because we're taking care of our body, and with that we're going to lead a healthier life with healthier habits and healthier thought processes, as well as when we work out we will maintain a better self-esteem, and therefore when we exercise we will be happier because of the endorphins released and just because we are taking great care of our bodies. So smile! Alrighty, so remember the physical activity and nutrition and how they kind of are friends? Well, why are they friends? Food and physical activity work together because it provides better overall health. You need to burn calories, fuel, to replenish your body. So when you're working out, you're going to be moving around and you need your nutrients, the food that you ingested, to help you move around and expend your energy. Lastly, physical activity and food work together because food returns the nutrients lost to the body during your energy expenditure. So when you go to practice for soccer or for basketball or something like that, it's important that you eat a great dinner when you return home so that your body can be refueled. So, how much physical activity do you need? We are going to touch on the recommendations for 6 to 17-year-olds and the physical activity that they should be getting in. So, that's you. You guys should be getting about 60 minutes a day of physical activity at least. It can be vigorous or moderate, but which one do you say is better? Well, you should be getting about 3 days a week of vigorous activity and about every day for just physical activity in general. So how many days a week? Pretty much every day. So what do you do for physical activity? Well, you can do sort of things like just walking or running or playing a game of soccer in your backyard or playing fetch with your dog or taking your dog on a walk. And also a key to making your physical activity super, super great is just make it awesome and fun. Quick, grab a group of 3. We're going to do an activity. Take about 5 minutes to come up with a fun activity to do with your friends that gets you more active. And that doesn't include our Wii Sports games or Just Dance, because although that gets you active, it's not the type of physical activity we're looking with. We'll regroup and talk about a few in a few minutes. Your physical activities were great. Now quick, get active, go! Do this on the screen and then sit down and rest. Now that you're resting, what is rest? Well, rest is when you're not doing any work or movement that involves energy. Is it important? Of course. And how long should you rest for? Well, you should rest an equal proportion to how much you're working out. Also, how is there a connection to physical activity? Well, when you rest, you replenish your energy, and that allows you to be more physically active because you have all the energy from your rest to then expend on the activity you want to partake in. So is rest the same as sleep? You may think so, but it is not. So how many hours of sleep do you guys get a night? Well, although you may think 5 or 6 hours is enough, it is not. You guys need about 8 hours of sleep a night. And why do you sleep? Well, sleep is awesome for replenishing your brain and helping your body be refreshed for the next day's activities. And what does sleep have to do with nutrition? Well, sleep takes all that great nutrients that your body took in for the day and helps you grow and develop into the strong human beings that you guys all want to be. And how does it correlate with physical activity? Well, after a long day of physical activity, you need sleep to replenish all those muscle and energy expenditures that you did during the day. So if you ran, you guys can grow stronger muscles because you slept and made those proper building blocks. And how does sleep relate to rest? Well, when you sleep, you don't need to rest as often because you're already super, super energized and ready to go. So what just happened? Well, we talked about nutrition and its importance to the body, such as we touched on the food groups, the portion sizes, and how food is fuel. We also talked about physical activity and how it relates to nutrition, and just the importance of just moving on a daily basis. We also talked about how it's great for your overall health, and it's fueled by food. Lastly, we talked about rest and sleep. Rest is important because it helps you relax. It also helps you recoup and refocus. So the 3 R's. Sleep was the last thing that we covered, and it's similar to rest, although not the same. It helps you rejuvenate your body and refresh your mind. Awesome job today, class. Have a great day. Woohoo!